Welcome to Women Making Waves. Today I have Brittney Ogike. She is the founder and CEO of Beez, a premier beauty retailer for women of color. We need this. And Prima Sports, a lifestyle management company for professional athletes. So, Brittney, tell me what motivated you to start your companies?
Hi, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me. Congrats on everything. I'm really
Thank
excited
you.
about this. So this is a really long story, but I'm going to try to keep it short.
Well, we got time, girl. We're in quarantine.
I know, right? We got all the time. So I launched Beez last year, 2019. We launched online summer of 2019, and then we opened our flagship location in North Hollywood, California in August of 2019.
Okay.
And we're really excited about it. We've been open for about 7 months now, and we've had a lot of great feedback. So I honestly didn't think that I would have a retail store. 2 years ago, if you would have asked me what I'd be doing in 2020, it wouldn't be owning Beez. It was probably my dream to have a huge sports management company repping all these athletes in the NBA, NFL. But in doing that, I realized that I wanted to pivot and do something else, which is why I started Beez. My background is in sports. I manage my brother, Chris Middleton. He plays for the Bucks. I've have a degree in sports management. So growing up, I always wanted to work in sports. However, things changed because I became a mom. I have two small kids, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Wow.
And working in sports is tough while still trying to raise, babies. And I just felt that it was a lot and it wouldn't allow me the time I wanted to have with my kids being a mom. So I was talking to my husband, and I wanted to figure out something that would, bring us income, give us the flexibility and the control we want in our lives, but allowing us to stay put in LA and have the type of lifestyle that we want to have for our kids and our family. So I knew I wanted to own a business, just didn't know what it was. And through some crazy events, it ended up being a beauty store for women of color. I just was fed up with the experience that we have when shopping at our local beauty supply stores. They're mostly, run down, unorganized, run by Koreans. And I just feel like it wasn't the experience that we deserve. Mm-hmm. So in me realizing that need in the marketplace, it kind of motivated me to start a store that provided a level of service that, we should be accustomed to, right? I wanted to give us women of color the Sephora for us. So it took me about a year to develop the concept, talk with a bunch of people. We hired a design firm because we wanted to be intentional about the design and the space of the store. So long story short, I thought about the idea in August of 2018, and we opened the first location August of 2019.
Wow. So a year. And I mean, I've seen the aesthetics online. It looks great. I can't wait to visit.
Thank you. Yeah, you have to next time you're in LA.
Please. And I mean, I know there are entrepreneurs out there that are starting online. The fact that you've gone from there to a storefront is just an achievement within itself. What's the most challenging part of doing that? What should people know who are aspiring to get their storefront?
It takes a lot of hard work and perseverance. I was told no a lot, and I didn't let it stop me, right? So one, I'm an African-American woman trying to go into this industry dominated by Korean men, right? So that was a hurdle in and of itself. So it just took guts and not being, how do I say, not being scared, being fearless in everything that I wanted to do. So I would say, if you have a goal or have a dream, work on it every day. Don't let anything stop you. Be creative, be resourceful. And I feel like you'll eventually get there. And that's what happened with the store. I got told no so many times. I got told that this can't be done, or is this viable? And I'm here to say that it can be done and it is viable. We have great customers. We have an amazing team. So yeah, I would say, like the sky is the limit.
Love that. So you're doing Beauty Bees, you're doing Prima Sports, you're a mom, you're a wife. How are you maintaining organization with these very different moving parts and pieces?
Girl, it's a constant struggle. People always ask me about work-life balance, and I feel like there's no balance.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just had a conversation with someone else who was like, there is no balance. So
No.
this is so like on topic. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to say that I'm organized. Some days I'm more organized than others. I have a checklist. I have all the organization apps. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I'd say, I wake up in the morning each day with certain goals and objectives that I want to achieve that day. My goal at the end of the day is to get at least half of that list done. It could be related to the store. It could be related to, my brother and the work that I have to do for him. It could be related to just me having to get things done for my kids. If I can at least scratch like half of that off of my to-do list, I feel like I've won the day. And so some days I feel like I'm a great business owner. We had a great day of sales. I interacted with my customers, but then I feel like I was a horrible mom. Or some days I feel like I was a great mom, a great soccer mom. I did everything for my kids. We cooked, we baked, we did everything, but I didn't focus as much attention as I needed to on my work, right? So It's a constant struggle. It's a constant battle. I mean, I suffer from mom guilt. I've talked to a lot of other working moms out there. We also suffer from it, but it's just, we got to keep going. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nobody's perfect. All these people on, social media showing that they live perfect life. No, they're struggling too.
Yeah.
So I just try not to focus on that, right? I just try to focus on, at the end of the day, what makes me happy? Are my kids fed? Are they good? Are they happy? Is my husband good? Did the store burn down today? It did. So, it's a win.
Right. Okay. So what advice would you give someone going into business that you wish you would have known before?
That's a good question. For me, I struggle with finances and budgeting and things like that. Mm-hmm. I'm always like playing catch up, putting out fires. So for me, I would say make sure, you have your accountants, tax professionals, finances, all that straight, because that's the one thing that can lead you into failure. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Is if you don't have your budgeting right, if you don't have your numbers right, if you, aren't keeping up with your accounting and your taxes, that's just one of those things where if it's not right, it could definitely make you go bust. So read up on it. I'm still learning a lot about profit, loss, income, expenses, things like that. I'm always, it's just a constant struggle for me. And It's something that I failed all my finance. Well, I didn't fail, but I got C's in all of my economics and finance classes in college. Right. It's just something that I've always struggled with. And I recognize that about myself. Before opening the store, I wrote out a business plan. I wrote out, a budget, a sample budget and all that stuff. I contacted, my financial advisors, accountants and things like that. But like I said, it's still something I struggle with to this day. But just knowing that and accepting that and working on it, each day, each week, each month, I feel like has helped me tremendously. And it will save you guys a lot of money in the future in trying to correct some of the mistakes that you made beforehand, which is
that is so real. I feel as if financial literacy is just something that everyone can always benefit from. Like there's no way you could possibly know everything about how numbers and money works. So I'm really glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Is there any, I hate to put you on the spot, but is there like a program or any type of like support for
I will say So last year, I think it was either last year or 2018, I audited a class on business finance.
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys know what auditing is, but you can take a course online, but you just don't receive credit for it, but you receive like the same lessons and syllabus and quizzes and things like that. So I did it, like I said, like a year and a half ago, kind of to help me like with my brother and like all of his investments and things like that. But I knew I was going to start some type of business, this store. And I just wanted to get on top of that. And I think, like you said, financial literacy is very key in whatever business you're doing, whatever industry it's in. So it's kind of helped me. Like I said, I still struggle with it to this day. I just can't get it. But I think that would be a great source of knowledge if you just find an online class. I think I did like University of Chicago or something. Okay. And just like an hour a day, you're reading a lesson, you're learning about, income statement, things like that. And you take quizzes on it. And yeah, I think I've completed a course.
Okay. I'm writing that down myself because
I'm interested. It's not too expensive. I think it was like $9.99 a month or something.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, Brittney, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. I know that we get so just interested in like the glamorization of like starting a business and getting in a storefront, but it's these tidbits that are going to be most valuable for that. So I really appreciate you sharing that with us.
You're very welcome, Amanda. Thank you so much for having me. Congrats on everything you're doing with Blueprints.
Thank you.
Amazing. And, Beauty Beez would love to work with you guys in the future once these restrictions are lifted.
Right. Once we can be around people safely.
Yeah, exactly. Without worrying that we're going to kill our grandparents off.
Right. So. Thank you. All right. Thanks, girl.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.